Hi and welcome to today's video. My name is Rita, this is my channel 10 Red Lipsticks, and this is my February update for Deck of Panning. So this is a project pan created by Emily N. Max, inspired by a To Be Read game created by Books with Maddie. So loads of fun, loads of people do it. If you don't know the rules, you pick your prompts based on pulling cards from a deck. I've got these cute ones with cats on them, and Emily has a game board, shuffles it around every month, and different prompts are represented by different cards. You need a deck of cards with one joker in it. I already pulled the joker last time, so I really hope I don't pull it again, but we'll wait until I talk about the products I was working on from last month before we see how many cards I need to draw for this month. So if I can remember what all these prompts were, that'll be great. First up, the Essence Sun Club Natural Glow Bronzing Powder Cool Tone, O2 Cool Tone. This great bronzer, I'm wearing it today, layered on top of my Partners in Cream cheek products. Really nice. My goal was only 8 uses, but I've only used it 3 times. Desperate. This project just kind of fell by the wayside, and you know how January is about 3 months long? But then all of a sudden it's the 20th of February. So I was watching YouTube and somebody's Deck of Panning update came on, and I was like, oh, it's funny that they haven't mentioned that they're doing it early. And then I looked at my diary and I was like, oh my god, they're not doing it early. It is the 20th of February. So slight panic, but it's okay. I just never really got around this month to kind of focusing on these products, and I think I made some decent progress with Partners in Cream, with my eyeshadow project pans. So this kind of fell by the wayside, which I feel terrible about, but it is what it is. So excuse me, I have 5 uses left on this, so this is staying in the project for now. The prompt for this was a powder product. I am using this project as my kind of shop my stash, get around my collection project, so most of these don't have super high goals on them. Next up, for whole collection roulette, which, as I explained in the last video, I don't have my entire collection in a spreadsheet, so it was kind of like things I happen to have in a spreadsheet roulette. But anywho, I got this Colourpop Blush in whole 9 yards. Again, I'm wearing it today. I mentioned I was wearing this today. I'm also wearing this today. It's kind of quite a warm tone blush, and I have very cool tone eyeshadows on, so I don't know if it really works, but it is what it is. Such beautiful embossing. I've only used this twice, so 6 more uses to go on this. I feel terrible. It's just I was traveling twice and I just never got around to prioritizing these. So definitely top of my agenda for the next month. Next up, for the prompt newest purchase, I rolled in these 2 lip glosses. I'm wearing Last Smoke today, and I had a goal of 8 uses on each. I hit my goal on Last Smoke. I'm wearing it today. That's what the swatch looks like. I did not hit my goal on Hot Pursuit, and I was thinking, oh, so I have to keep it in. Then I realized, actually, I don't think Hot Pursuit, like, it doesn't look that different, and it isn't wildly different, but it's a bit deeper, and I just don't really want to wear deeper lips this time of the year. So I'm actually going to roll it out, even though I have not hit that goal, which kind of feels like cheating. But what I'm going to do because of that, because I'm rolling out 2 when I actually hit, when I didn't really hit, instead of replacing it with 1 prompt, I'm going to replace it with 2 prompts, because I do feel guilty about not hitting one of the goals. But I think it makes more sense to roll it out, and then, you know, I can come back to this lip gloss when it's more seasonally appropriate, or where I'm more in the mood for it. I think that makes more sense than just dragging it through. And to be honest, I was like, oh, I'll just wear that on days where, you know, I'm just knocking around the house and I don't really care that much what my makeup looks like. And it's like, that's silly. I like this lip gloss. I should wear it when I want to wear it, as opposed to forcing myself to wear it now just for this project. And like 8 uses isn't even that high. It wasn't going to like help me finish this lip gloss or anything. So yeah, I'm going to roll these 2 out, and instead of replacing it with 1 card, I'm going to replace with 2 cards. Next up is a product that I actually don't have in front of me. It's in the car and I just didn't want to go, I'm under time pressure, I didn't want to go searching for it. So last month, as I said, I rolled the Joker. That's Are You Joking? Are you kidding me? You know, a thing you really don't want to pan. My channel name is 10 Red Lipsticks. I love red lipstick, but red lipstick is difficult to pan. It's not necessarily the colour you're going to wear every single day. I do love red lipstick. I really, really enjoy it. So I actually only have 2 uses, and now I would have reapplied on my Are You Joking item. And I wore red lipstick on my birthday and on another day. Maybe I went out, I can't remember what the other occasion was. But I love this. So it's Gucci's Goldie Red, and it's just a sample. My goal is to get down to wear away the imprint where it says Gucci on the side of the bullet. That's going to take quite a while, and actually I realized it's going to take a long time because I wore this lipstick on my birthday and I didn't have to reapply until after we had lunch, hours after I'd put it on. An ordinary lipstick I would have had to reapply before that, certainly a red, but it's quite a good formula and I didn't have to reapply it. So I am considering, okay, if I would often kind of wear a particular lip for maybe half the day, because I might change it up later on in the day, or I might, have been wearing a tinted lip balm when I was at work that morning, and then in the evening I'm going out and I change it to a red lipstick. So it's not like I'm wearing the same lip all through the entire day and I'm reapplying it, be it twice or be it 10 times. I'm often kind of wearing red lipstick on like half a day. So I was like, oh, it's really going to take a long time to use this up, or to get down to that kind of halfway mark of wearing away the embossing. So yeah, still working on this, still really love it, and it was so fun to wear red lipstick on my birthday and just feel a bit special, even though we were just like hanging around in Prague. We were on holidays. So yeah, that was really nice. Still working on it. Definitely I think it fits the Are You Joking prompt. It's gonna be here for quite a while. Next up, for something that already has pan in it, was the prompt last time. I have broken up all of my broken face powders. So once you get to the stage where you've hit pan in your powder like this, if you're still like swirling in, digging in, I do find they break. So this one has pretty big pan, but it hasn't broken yet, so it gets to remain intact. But I had several that had broken. So I had a powder foundation from Kiko Milano. I had a pressed powder from Essence, the Skin Love and Sensitive powder. Excellent powder, by the way. Do I have the packaging of that here? I feel like I just saw it. Yes, I do. So this guy had a bunch of broken pieces in it. Huge pan and a bunch of broken pieces. So I broke those pieces up and crushed them into hopefully a fine enough powder. There's definitely still a couple of chunks in here. So it's a combination of a few things. I've marked about where it is. Oh, it's gone down now. This is the thing with loose powder. They kind of can get air trapped in them and then they bulk up and then they go down. So okay, that marking seems to be completely inaccurate now that I'm looking at it, but it was accurate a while ago. So maybe I'll do a new marking. But yeah, I've only used this a few times. I actually, it was kind of cold. We went to Prague. I was in Belgium for a conference. It's been cold several times and I just didn't really feel like I needed a lot of powder or a lot of loose powder, certainly. So I've been kind of using like a very small amount of this generally. So I haven't been getting as much use out of this as I think I will as it gets less cold in the next period. So obviously this is a long haul item actually. I think you can see like it's actually way below the line. Must have been so much air trapped. It was only about half an hour ago that I did this, but anywho. So this has a pan. Obviously it doesn't have a pan now because I've broken it up, but yeah. My goal on this is to finish it. I've only used it a few times, maybe like 3 times this month. I'm not tracking my numbers because the goal is to finish, which will be clear to see. But yeah, hoping to use this a lot more as it gets a little bit warmer, but that's okay. So I haven't fully finished any goal, as I've half finished this and not half finished it. And half not finished it. I feel like that's cheating. So instead of replacing this with one card, I'm going to replace it with 2 cards. So let's get my deck. I've got 1 joker. I took the other one out. And let's give it a little shuffle. These cards are actually quite difficult to shuffle because they're quite like textured paper. But yeah. Ooh. Like very difficult to shuffle. But hey, we're getting it fully mixed around there. So I haven't looked fully at the board, so I don't know exactly which cards represent which prompts yet, except for the joker. But yeah, so they're all shuffled away here. I haven't looked at them. I'm going to pull from the middle. So we've got the, I cannot see without my glasses, 2 of clubs. Or I can't see backwards numbers. I can't read backwards numbers without my glasses. So another little shuffle around. And we'll go for something in the middle again. So we've got the 9 of clubs. Okay, so it's both the one suit. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to look at the prompt and I'm going to go find some new products to roll in. Okay, so our 2 prompts are 2 of clubs matches shirt. So obviously grey is the dominant colour in my jumper. Got my little Snoopy and friends here. And then for 9 of clubs cities, which I think is such a fun prompt. But I am, before I go look for what I'm going to get, going to show you the back of my top. So we've got, so as you can see, we've got loads of different colours on the back. I like purple, I like green, I think there's yellow for the sun. But yeah, I'm going to try and stick with grey, but we're going to see how we go. Okay, so I've picked what we're going to use for these prompts. So for the 2 of clubs, which I believe is shirt, so I was thinking about the pastel colours on the back, and I thought about the Beauty Bay Pastels palette, which Ruth decluttered and gave to me, which I actually haven't used yet and I'm looking forward to using. But there's a lot of eyeshadow going on across the various projects, and I'm going to roll a palette in for the other prompt. So, and I thought I should really go with grey as the main colour of the top I'm wearing. So I was like, what grey makeup do I have? And it's really just eyeshadow. And you know, the Natasha Denona Glam palette, the Charlotte Tilbury Uptown Girl quad, the Viseart Lila quad, the bottom row of the Nabla Side by Side palette. There's a couple of greys in the Beauty Bay Neutral £42 palette, the Nabla Platinum palette. These were the things that were coming to me, and I was like, I have a lot of eyeshadow going on and I'm not sure about that. And then I thought, what about skincare? So this is the Zitsticka Pore Vac face mask. I forgot the word face mask there. So this is an unclogging clay mask. It stinks. Smells so bad. It says it clears pores, deeply exfoliates and extracts. It has sulfur in it. It smells so bad. As you can see, we've got like the P for Pore Vac and the lid are grey. We've got the grey on the box. It's a lighter shade of grey than what I'm wearing, but I do not have that much grey going on in my collection, so I think this is fair. So directions: apply an even layer to clean dry skin, leave it for 20 minutes or until fully dry, and then remove with a damp washcloth or lukewarm water. Use 2 to 3 times per week. How many times have I used this? Maybe 5, maybe. So I'm going to put this in. I'm not going to stick with the 8 use goal because I just think that would take me so long. I'm not great with face masks, particularly this kind that need to be washed off. So first off, your face is meant to be clean when you put it on. So I can't just, you know, come home and straight away do a face mask. I have to wash my face first. And then my face is going to be really dirty. So I love to have a shower after I use this particular face mask, for example, because it really is, you know, it's a clay mask. It's drying onto your skin like that. So it's kind of a big time commitment to use this because I have to clean my face and then do this for 20 minutes and then have a shower. So I find this kind of inconvenient to use. The actual face mask I think is grand. I'm not saying I noticed a huge difference with it or anything, but I definitely have congested pores, and I appreciate what this is trying to do, and it didn't do anything bad, certainly when I have used it. So I'm going to reduce my usage goal to 4 uses for this. I don't think I'll get 4 uses in 1 month, but last time I filmed my intro, I was going to a hen party that day. The wedding that hen party was for is this weekend, so we're going away for a couple of days to go to the wedding, so I might bring this with me, and you know, the day after the wedding, which will actually be our wedding anniversary, I assume we'll be very, very tired, so I might do a face mask that day. So yeah, 4 use goal on that, hoping to get at least 2 uses in by the next update. And then for the 9 of clubs, the prompt is cities, so obviously, you know, something named after or inspired by a city. I did think, you know, okay, could I have a broader definition of this and think of things that I bought on trips to cities that stand out to me, but I didn't have to go that far. So I'm sure a lot of people use this palette for this prompt. This is the Love in London palette from BH Cosmetics. It's so pretty, such a pretty cool tone palette. So I actually thought, I was like, I bet this palette would work for both prompts. But like it's a very cool toned palette, definitely. But it's not that grey actually, which I thought was very interesting because I love cool tones. And I do gravitate more towards cool tone browns than actual greys. But that even though I have a huge eyeshadow collection, don't have that much grey eyeshadow in my collection. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah. Love in London palette, so I'm going to stick with my basic goal that I'm doing on my eyeshadow in general, and no pan left behind. This palette is my goal, so I'm hoping to get that goal hit by the next update alongside these 2. 5 uses to go, 6 uses to go. In terms of the powder, it's definitely going to take a bit longer, and in terms of the red lipstick, it's definitely going to take much longer. So that's where we are. That's what we've still got going on, and come back on the 20th of March and I will let you know what's changed. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. If you have an update up for this project, leave me a comment and I will come and watch your video, because it is so much fun to do a big project that loads of people are doing, and you know, to see people pull prompts that you haven't pulled yet and think about, oh, what would I pull if I got that prompt, and then you do get it a few months later, is really fun and really cool. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.